Welcome back to KCBD Sports Extra. I'm now joined with the Hoop Madness Team of the Week, the Frenship Tigers, who are fresh off their 25-point area victory over South Lake Carroll and a 35-point by-district win. Next up, we'll speak with head coach Paul Page. Well, Coach, two huge victories this week leading up to y'all clinching that 6A Division II area champs. Just talk about that 35-point by-district win and then turning around with that 25-point win over South Lake Carroll.
Yeah, big week for us as you get the opportunity to start a new season really in playoffs, and everybody really starts 0-0 as you go to the playoffs. And what a different deal this year is we have divisions, and so unique situation, kind of historic situation for us. But with that brings the first round on Tuesday in Fort Stockton, and we got to play a good team in El Paso Coronado who had won a game on Friday night to get into the playoffs. So they had really, we kind of talked about them having playoff experience already. So definitely a good matchup for us, and those guys. A solid team that we felt like we matched up well with, and obviously it was we come out ready and had a great first half, and then ended up winning that game, and we felt good about how we played that night.
And then looking at that South Lake Carroll game, on top of an offensive showing from y'all, this was also a defensive slugfest by the Tigers. Y'all had hands everywhere, bodies on the floor, diving. Just talk about how key it is that y'all kept their offense locked up to ultimately put it to bed.
Well, as we prepared for them, we knew that we'd have an opportunity to guard them in the half court, and we're kind of a full court team. We like to pressure out and play full court, but we knew that we'd have an opportunity to really put pressure on them in the half court, and so we did that, and I say that our defense was the MVP Friday night, and I really believe that because our guys really bought into that and put pressure on their shooters, and then Maverick Allen did a great job with their best players. So that that kind of took them out of their rhythm, out of their game, and what we always say is our defense leads to offense, and that was kind of the case Friday night.
And then up next, y'all have Little Elm. It's their first time into the regional semis since 2018. First time ever in 6A, so it's new territory for them, but not for y'all. What's it going to take to get the job done Tuesday in Abilene?
Regardless, it's the third round, and what we always say, the third round brings the best. And so, whoever makes it this far out of the Metroplex is always going to be good. And so we know they're going to be battle tested because of their district and what they've done in the playoffs. And so it's going to be a fun game. It's anytime you have two great teams playing at this level, and at this time of year, anything can happen. So we got to trust our process, get back to work tomorrow, and get ready for a really good Little Elm team on Tuesday night.
And then, Coach, last one, but looking at this group behind me, so many guys doing great things out there. Just talk about what they mean to you and this program.
Oh, man, it's, I said from the get-go this year, this could be the best group we've ever had. And we've had some really good teams over the last 5 or 6 years. And, out in front of them was our 5th district championship. And, there's a lot of pressure there, but these guys didn't run from it. They ran to it. And that didn't just start when we started district. That started way back in August and then November when we started our season. And these guys just, it's a deal where what we do is not easy. And we always say if it was easy, everybody would do it. And these guys just run to it every day. And that's where we're at right now, and ready to go make history for Frenship ISD.
All right, Coach, well, we appreciate you coming in as the Hoop Madness Team of the Week, and we're so excited to see what's coming up for the Frenship Tigers. Next up, we'll hear from some of the Tigers. All right, so looking back at these past 2 games, by district and then area champs and potentially more, being a senior, what has this last run meant with this group of guys behind you?
Well, it means a lot. I've been here for 3 years. Like Coach Page said, this is one of our better teams. And we started off with winning district, the 5th one in a row, and then went handle business in the by-district round, and then in the area as well.
And then 25 points leading your team to the victory over South Lake Carroll. You had a 4th quarter dunk, which fired y'all up even more. So I got to ask, when y'all are having a hot offensive night like that, do you like the flair of a dunk, or do you like that extra point of a triple?
Probably a dunk. I mean, I think we had 4 in the 4th. But I like shooting threes too, so whatever comes to me.
And then, y'all have been on an absolute roll as of late, and obviously y'all want to keep that going. Where does this group of guys behind y'all get that confidence on the court?
Really from the leaders, me, Chase, Daniel, and the coaching staff too. That sparks up our offense and defense and helps us win.
And then last question, up next, y'all have Little Elm. Obviously, y'all are still feeling that win over Southlake, but what's it going to take to keep the Tiger season rolling?
A lot. Some preparation coming up Monday, and then really just playing hard. I think we're playing the best we played all year, so if we keep doing that, we'll handle business.
All right, Chase, 22 points in the victory over the Dragons. Y'all had bodies flying everywhere. Coach mentioned defense wins the battle. Just talk about how enjoyable those games are, especially given it being against Southlake Carroll.
Yes, sir. Coach preaches defense day in, day out, and I think Maverick played a good role of guarding their best player, keeping him under his average. And we know that if we get stops, we can go from defense and turn into offense.
I asked Patton, so I had to ask you, fourth quarter slam dunks are always nice, but triples are good too. So when y'all are having a hot offensive night, do you like the flair of a triple, or do you like the flair of a dunk, or do you like putting extra points on the board with that triple?
I think threes are cool, but I like dunks because everybody got 6-7 guys on the bench just yelling, hey, and it just feels good.
And then, just looking back at these guys behind me, what does it mean, this playoff run? What has it meant to you that y'all have gone this far and potentially to go even further?
Yes, ma'am. From the start of the season, we had one goal, and that's to get to the state tournament. And I just love all these guys, the seniors for sure. Knowing this could be my last game with them, we just play our hardest.
And then, you just mentioned it could be y'all's last game, but obviously y'all don't want it to be. Little Elm up next. How do y'all use the momentum from that win against Southlake Carroll into this matchup?
Yes, ma'am. Like Patton said, we've been playing real good. So just keep it rolling. Just keep on winning.
The Frenship Tigers are the Hoop Madness Team of the Week. They now head on to the regional semifinals where they will take on the Little Elm Lobos on Tuesday from McMurray University in Abilene. Tip-off 6 p.m. Stick around. I'll have more KCBD Sports Extra coming up. Stay with us.